Oh, you can melt it in the microwave if you want. But I think it does something weird to the texture of shea butter, though. So I'm not going to risk it. Do it old school on here. Okay, this is what the shea butter looks like. And the cocoa butter, it's beautiful amber color. Just want to mix that up really, really well. Going downstairs to open up the canister of coconut oil. Let's see if we have enough coconut oil. I think I do. I'm running really low. Getting down to it. Omit the grunting, please. The oops and the oofs. See, I was making only these little dinky 36-ounce batches, and I get about 10 bars out of those. But now this one, I'm gonna get 30 bars out of it. But I think it's a really good fragrance. It's going to be a good soap. This is my second winter soap. The first winter soap was that Wintry Forest. Oh darn, I forgot to press the hold button. Oops. Take this, take the identical thing, put it on there, and now I know I have 14.25 ounces of coconut oil. So it's half of 40 to 24. So I just need to melt 24 and then I'll do another 24. I'm pouring it into this container of oils. Just mix it because it's really hot in the center and that's going to mix a lot of it. Pour it into the big giant vat. And then another 24 ounces of coconut oil. What I melted on the stove with was the shea butter and the cocoa butter. Totally different. Cocoa butter is not the same as coconut oil. It comes from the cocoa bean. This is kind of a luxurious bar because there's the soap recipe I used before this, the so-called basic one, didn't use any butters. It just used oils. Coconut oil is kind of harder. Palm oil is a harder oil since it's solid at room temperature. Well, it depends on what room temperature is. 76 degrees melts. Okay, when I'm done with the coconut oil, I'm going to put in the palm oil. And that's going to be 40.75 ounces. This is my second half of the coconut oil. Since I'm not really used to making humongous batches. Fragrance oil. That's what makes this soap smell like something. 5.09. Over 5 ounces. About 4.5 tablespoons of coloring. So I have this cashmere blue for the sky. I have a little bit of the celestial silver for the snow. And then to make a brighter snow, I'm going to use titanium dioxide that I already mixed up, but it's settled, so I'm going to have to mix it again with the this is actually a coffee frother, but I use it to just mix paint. I'm just going to make a very simple snowy landscape with a blue dark sky with polka dots that represent the snowflakes that are coming down. I'm not quite sure how much of this blue I'm going to need. See how that goes. Woo, don't do that. But I just think don't do that. And I'm going to mix that. Oh, it is such a beautiful blue color. Look at that. It's like so shimmery because it is a mica. It's got pearlescence. I'll just use a little bit more of oil. Mix it up by hand. Okay, this is a lot of palm oil. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to melt it one more time until it runs more clear. And then I'll be ready to make the soap, because I would have had all my oils mixed together. This is a very luxurious bar because it does have the shea butter, it does have the cocoa butter, it has, actually it has 6 kinds of oils, not 8 kinds, but 6 kinds of oils in this soap. So I'm going to be careful. I'm going to put my sleeves down and my gloves over my sleeves and put on my face shield. I like the face shield because I've splashed lye on my, like soapy lye heavy soap on my face and not just my eyes. Alright, this is the last of the oils. I'm going to mix the whole thing together, so now I have all these different butters and oils in here. 39.74 plus. So I do need this scale to weigh out my lye. So here's my lye water at 37% concentration. I went up from 35 to 37 because my bars of soap for a while were starting to get kind of soft and mushy, and I was not getting nice hard bars of soap. I don't want to overblend because there is that tendency to do that I have. Oh! God. Careful. So I have, this is going to be my mold that I'm using. It will create approximately three 10-inch loaves of soap. So I'll get 3 loaves. Each loaf is going to get, of course, 10 bars. So that's 30 bars. So this is going to be the snowy grounds and with like little mountains that are going to be this beautiful silver gray called Celestial Silver. So I'm going to add about a little less than a tablespoon in there, and then we're going to go in with the blender, put that under the dome of the blender. It's still a little too wet, so I'm going to have to let that set up a little bit and come back to it, and all you can do is just be patient. Maybe come back in about 10 minutes. Alexa, set the timer for 10 minutes. It's not perfect, but it's okay. But it should be set up more because I don't want to pour the next layer on top and then have it squash this layer down and misshape this layer. So I want a hill leaning one way and then a lighter colored hill leaning another way with a little bit of a valley kind of in between. So I'm gonna try to do that. So I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to pour it over my mountains. And I'm going to just break the fall of it. Just kind of hover with the spatula so that my pouring doesn't affect the shape. Okay. So now, let's see if it... No, I'm gonna have to wait another 10 minutes. Alexa, set alarm for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
And I'm going to take my spatula and try to break the fall of this quickly setting soap. Alright, I'm going to spread that over the top. Alright. Ooh, this soap is setting up really fast. So what I'm going to have to do is pop these little snowballs in there real quick. The top layer. I don't care what orientation at this point. Okay, and then I'm gonna lock the rest of this. Oh boy. Okay, so now I'm gonna just put the topping on there with the snowflakes. Wipe off the top, that blue on there. We also have these polar bears because I ran out of the bigger snowflakes. I got a little bit of blue soap on the top of these, so I'm going to have to wash them off. And then it splits it into the individual logs. Now I'm going to split that too.
Logs?
So that is one loaf. So you'll get 3 loaves of soap with this one. So just go like this.
Hello.
Hello! Wow! Prettier. It's prettier and prettier, I swear. The clothes for this age, there's so much beautiful stuff out there. And then when you get to your, my daughter's age, it just, at like size 10, 12, that's it. And then that's for kids that are, that size. She's like bigger, so then you can't find anything, hardly anything cute.
Look at this leaf, Mom.
Whoa!
That's big.
That must be from a huge tree.
You want to get the other?
Okay, so that one's
color?
going to be slightly, I got it. That one's going to be slightly skinnier, as you see. It's a little skinnier bar. Maybe, 3.5 centimeters So now we're gonna put this in here. Lift this. Same thing, it's all cut with wires.
Okay. Kind of like cheese slicing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not, you know, this looks more like a moon now. And then every slice is going to be different because I just put these little balls of soap randomly, and unfortunately it's going to cut some of the bears. So this one, oh look at that. So it has 4 dots here, and then it has a little one on there.
The garden.
Those are all little seeds.
No.
From the polar bear?
It's from the what do you call it? Snowflake.
This looks like a hut.
Just cleaning up the little bumpy cut surface from the wire, because the wire does leave a weird texture. You could leave it; it's not that big a deal, but they look like little bubbles. Little bubbles, pimples on the surface of the soap. And also it kind of looks, the colors look brighter if you do shave off a layer.